Welcome to the Patrick McGibney Podcast, episode number 8, something like that, with my colleague Peter Smoly. Peter, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, thank you for inviting me.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Peter and I met a week ago.
Yes.
Right? Via our friend Georg, who's also going to be on the podcast, actually. But he's delaying it a bit. And we had a cool talk on Saturday, I think, last week for coffee. And then spontaneously, we set up the podcast. So, Peter, thank you for being here.
Thank you too.
And now we are all curious about your story. Who's Peter Smoly? What are you doing? Maybe short intro about you and obviously also your businesses.
Yes, I'm now 54 and I'm still in business. Have 2 companies mainly. One of them is a software company. It's called AnalyticsCreator, and AnalyticsCreator is doing data analytics. It's a special software where you can automatically generate data warehouses and automatically generate analytical applications for Power BI, for Microsoft Azure, and those kind of things. This is what we are doing at the moment. And we are selling through partners and have not so much the consulting business. This is another company I have. We do consulting in strategic analytics environments and data warehousing the same, but not with software. I just separated the consulting business and the software business.
Nice.
Yeah, this is what we do at the moment. What I do at the moment.
We'll dive a lot deeper into those topics because I know it's going to be interesting for a lot of viewers. But how did you, maybe let's start from the beginning. How did you get to the IT? Why software? How did you get there? Where does the journey begin?
It's pretty long ago. I started pretty early with my first company. I guess it was when I was 23 or 24. Before I worked as a software developer on the big mainframes like AS400 and S36, how the IBM call it, programming with RPG, COBOL, and these old things, very old things.
Very old, yeah.
Yeah, but it was very interesting. Also programmed in assembler.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I cannot do this anymore. So from my nature, I'm a software developer, and I develop software mostly in the finance departments, I would say, profit and loss balance. And so I know a lot of the background, have the financial background also. I know exactly how it works. Then I had an idea with a friend, let's make a company. We are young, we can do this. And we founded a company when I was 24. And this company made software for construction companies.
Yeah. That was in Germany?
It was in Germany, yes. And first we were in Austria.
Yeah.
It was in Austria first, and then we had several offices. Yeah. We had a developer team also in Romania, and but the main office was in Austria for the moment. And we was the first software which was developed under Windows. Yeah. At this time, everyone had a DOS software.
When was that approximately?
It was 1995, 94, something like that.
Long time ago.
Yeah. This is where internet came out, and everybody was not sure, does this work with the internet? And then we started to transfer code and programs from Romania to here.
Yeah.
It did not work so good, so we had to drive there. So we want to make an update. We had to drive there with the car 2 days and then come back. It was really crazy. It was crazy. Yeah.
So you already did back then nearshoring, basically, nearshoring development.
But we had really very good guys.
Yeah?
We had very good guys. The Romanian software developer are really crazy guys.
Crazy.
Yeah, they I don't know, they can do this. They know a lot of mathematics and physics and those kind of things. They challenge themselves always on the university who's the best.
Yeah.
And so we just took the best one, and we had a very good software.
That's crazy. You had to drive there to get the updates.
Yes.
Long time ago.
Yeah. But it's going better in the upcoming years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we had a software specialized for calculation of construction, some buildings and those kind of things, and streets, and controlling software and work preparation of the people who work on the constructions. Yeah, and we had this software for 4 different languages.
You developed the software?
We developed, not myself, not anymore. My developing part was before.
But it came from the company. It was your software.
It was my software. It was a friend. We had 3 shareholders.
Yeah.
And one was the developer, the other one was selling, and I was also selling guy.
Yeah.
I learned this, was 24. I had no idea before. Wow.
How did it work?
It was crazy. I was so young and had to talk with the finance people, and I have no idea how to do this. I failed a lot.
Definitely.
Sure. But I learned a lot. I can really tell you. And we were, in the beginning, we were quite successful, really. Yeah, we had big customers like Strabag, Strabag was the biggest one. We had Zyblin and the big one. Yeah, they had all our software because we was the only software who can manage several different norms. Yeah, German norm, the Swiss and the Austrian.
Okay. Yeah,
and
smart.
Also in the software you can buy it for Poland and Romania, Slovakia, Russia.
Yeah.
And it worked in 3 languages, 4 languages. Yeah.
How big was the team then? The first company?
12 people, 15 people, something like that. Sometimes less, sometimes more.
Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah. And then we sold a part of the company. It was not the exit, so what do you think at this time? Yeah. We had a guy who was interested in us. We sold a part of that, but then we had a big problem about the economy. The crisis started, and all the construction companies, they could not pay our bills.
Oh, shit! Yeah.
Yeah, it was not so a big thing, but we decided then it's better to do something else.
Yeah.
And from this, we came to more in the finance part and the controlling part, and they said, business intelligence, this is something which is coming.
When was that now?
This was...
Before or after 2000?
This was, around 2000, maybe a bit before, 1998, something. Yeah. We started this in Germany. Yeah. We had 2 shareholders there. And we started good. We had to learn a lot new things, new technologies. What is a data warehouse? What are all the tools, the front-end technologies, the analytics tools? We had a lot to learn. Yeah.
You must have been one of the first ones. I mean, before 2000.
Yeah, there are not so many. Yeah, there are not so many.
Really.
The front ends are not so really good. What you can do. Yeah,
I bet.
And but we always worked a lot with Microsoft. Yeah. And in the early in these times also. Yeah. But he could not do so easily the data warehouse thing. It was a lot of work, and the customer had to invest a lot in consulting time. Yeah. Because you have to do everything manually. You have to code everything manually. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but it was good. It worked. And then in 2004, I think it was 2004, I decided to have my own company. I think it's important. Everybody should do this.
Yes, definitely.
To have your own 100%. Yeah.
Why is it important compared to?
I think you should have. It's also have a partner. It's good to have a partner that you have always to collaborate, to share ideas, and to do also sometimes the things what the other one do. Yeah. But you should also try it by yourself. Yeah. That what you try have a directly effect. Yeah. And I was really successful there. So for my opinion, the little Peter, I would say. I was happy with that, and I had at the end around 20 people. No, 30 people. I did sometimes 20 and 30 people. Yeah, it's quite a lot, and had good customers like Daimler, like Deutsche Post. What we had is a long time ago now. Wirt, really big companies, also smaller companies. We won prizes there also.
Really,
from IBM, Cognos. Cognos was our front end, and so we sold a lot software, and IBM was happy with us. And
of course.
Had good employees, really good people, but it was doing this 10 years. After that, it was really it was too much. Then I say, when you have 30 people, then after months you have to bill them, and to pay them, and it's not like that. They have a low salary or something. The experts,
they earn a lot.
They studied. Everyone want to have a nice car, a BMW, another Fiat. A consultant drive the company, have to have a good car.
That's part of it.
And then I said, oh no, it's getting more complicated, everything. And then I sold my company to a Dutch company. It's on the stock exchange. Today it's a penny stock, I think. But it's still there, and it's good company.
Really cool. But your company was on a stock exchange?
No. After when I sold it, it's get a part of the stock exchange company.
Okay, got it. Very interesting.
Everything got more complicated.
Yes.
So I sold 100%. So I was just the CEO after that. My old company.
How was that?
Oh yes, it was okay. It was just maybe a bit. Other people now then want to say what happened and give the direction. And I could not share always the opinion. And what I want to recommend maybe when you do this, when you have negotiated the price for the company, be happy with the 50%. Because when someone other is saying the direction where to go, then everything's getting more hard. They want to have a lower purchase price, and you want to have more. So this is something which is getting complicated. And so when you negotiate the price, and I was happy with the 50%, but they don't know it, so so don't tell anybody.
I will not tell them. I will not tell them. But crazy. So you sold 50% and then stayed as a...
I sold 100%.
100%,
But if you have a sales purchase agreement, everywhere they say, okay, 50% now, and then when you reach the targets, it's everybody do this. You have 2 years time to reach the targets, and then the next, and I reached not all the targets, was not possible.
Well, anyway, 50% is good.
It was fine for me.
But how long was the time span that you had, like that you were remaining in the company?
2 years. 2 years more.
Typical, the 2 years. Typical 2 years after.
This was this time. And then I bought a part back.
Really?
Yeah.
From the
Dutch company. And this is the software which you use today. This is the automation software. We developed it at this time. And this is we expected, okay, with this software you can do a lot in the future. So I bought I give them some money for this, and the rights, all the copyrights and everything. And then I founded a new company located in Munich, the AnalyticsCreator Solutions. And I had have a shareholder, a partner. He was the developer. With him together, and we do this until now. And this is let me think. It was 2017 when we founded this company.
It's 7 years. Yeah. Did the Dutch company know the value of the piece of software they sold you, or could you get it for a good price back then?
I could get a good price.
Yeah, I bet they didn't know the value. Huh?
They didn't know. Yeah. No, they have no idea about that. Yeah. So they wanted to have a part of business intelligence.
Yeah.
They see this is a space which is growing, and they wanted to be in there. Yeah. But it's really a complicated thing what we are doing. You cannot drive this on. We cannot change the developer so easily.
Yeah, if you develop it,
very very high sophisticated. Yeah, it's like a compiler. Yeah. It's a development tool. Yeah. So it's generating code on several data. Yeah. So it's not that so easy also to explain a customer. So it's not something you sell every day. Yeah.
But try to explain, like, what does the software do, like, these days?
Yeah.
Most listeners are from the IT here, so and most of the people that we work with are in the SAP or Microsoft field. So
nice. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. What is AnalyticsCreator doing? So AnalyticsCreator is mainly pulling out the data, the metadata first from the operational systems, like Dynamics, like SAP. We have SAP connectors, we have Dynamics connectors, or ERP vendors. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Also CSV files, Google, whatever. Yeah. We have also third-party connectors. The third-party connectors, there are 250 connectors. Customer can choose of them, and with AnalyticsCreator pull out the metadata. Yeah, with all the information, with the keys, with the foreign keys, whatever. And so we build a data catalog. Yeah, in this data catalog, everything is in there. Yeah. And on this data catalog, you have wizards, and these wizards go through the data catalog and offers you a draft data warehouse. Yeah, and there are different wizards on the different kind of methodologies you want to use. For example, Data Vault, Data Warehouse, Kimball Data Warehouse, Third Normal Form Data Warehouse, or whatever. Yeah, you choose the right wizard, and then you say, okay, I want to have these tables from Salesforce, these tables from Dynamics, these tables from whatever. Yeah. And AnalyticsCreator is forming a data warehouse, a draft version. So all the layers you have, you have a storage layer, ingest layer, can also say this, a cleansing, aggregation layer, and
reporting.
The reporting layer, where the dimensions and the facts are in there. And you can define it however you want. And you can say, okay, I want to have it a part of that in the cloud and the other part on premises. We have customers, I would say big customers, they have 50 entities. They have 30. They have 30 ERP systems. Yeah, we have this. Yeah, and it's totally different what each customer is doing. And AnalyticsCreator is you can model all the layers. And you can do your own modeling however you want. But if you're not so good in this, you have many examples how it works. And the draft version is really very good. And for sure, you have to define your own KPIs. The software don't know it. You must. What is the revenue? What is there? What are the fields? And then you press on the button, and then it would be deployed in the cloud. The source code generated.
Which cloud? Doesn't matter. Or?
No, it's Azure cloud.
Azure,
Fabric, Azure mainly. But you can also use and soon the Snowflake.
Oh, okay. So all the new stuff. Basically.
It's we are happy when we can manage them, the Microsoft, because we want to be the best in there.
So it's all Microsoft based.
It's all Microsoft based because when you want to do something good, you must better do one thing, not everything. If you generate the code for many environments, then you cannot take care on all the special native things. And we do everything what Microsoft offer us. So it's very fast, it's very efficient, and we generate also the Power BI solutions. Yeah,
That's great.
really, and also the how you say the click solutions, which are really click solutions, and what's the next? So many Looker, for example, generate this. Yeah.
And does the part of the software does your clients they need Microsoft licenses like D365 or Power BI and everything?
Yes. We just sell our subscription for a developer. Yeah. And so they have to have a tenant in Azure or to have the Power BI licenses. Yes.
Yeah. So they have that. Yeah.
They must have this.
Yeah.
And what is nice, for example, that the customer is much faster.
Yeah.
In doing this. So a prototype is done in 1 or 2 days, not in 1 or 2 weeks
or 1-2 months.
And we have consultancies to work with our software. They say they are 50% minimum faster.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. And so one consultant can do the double work.
That's a lot more.
Can manage more companies.
Yeah.
That's great. So the EBIT or the project profit doubles. And additionally, they get the license fee also. Yeah. So managing services done easily. Yeah. And also here for sure we sell also direct customers. They have a BI team.
Yeah.
And you can also do bigger projects.
Yeah.
It's no problem to collaborate with companies around the world. So if you have in India people, or if you have in wherever you have people, you can work together in one environment.
Yeah, it's very interesting because most of our clients are in that field. We are working with companies and a lot of companies in the Dynamics fields or in the SAP fields. My background, anyways. I had my own SAP and Dynamics companies before, so if that's a big helper because BI projects. I mean, my focus is as well as in the BI area. In SAP, we did BI data BW. Then for HANA, later on HANA, but really started with the classic BW. Then came Microsoft as well, the Power BI. And then Azure data warehouses and everything. That was also our focus. And I know how long those projects went, right?
Yes,
to set all that stuff up. I mean, if you can double that, it's a big helper.
Yes, we have also a video online on YouTube where we show one custom example that it's 20 times faster.
20 times, yeah.
Yes, it's just one example.
Yeah, of course.
Special case.
Yeah.
It's a customer who has a lot different SAP instances. Yeah. And we can double it always, and it's going much faster. Yeah.
So then an SAP customer wouldn't need a BW anymore data? No, they can.
This is why many SAP customers are switched to the Microsoft environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one go to HANA.
Yeah. That's too expensive.
You get the software free. It's nearly free. It costs not so much, but the projects are still big. Yeah.
Millions.
That's the problem. Yeah. And in the SAP cloud, the people say we go better to Microsoft.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's cheaper, the tools are better, and there are a lot of people who are they move their environment.
Yeah, you see that a lot.
Yeah.
Started with the reporting, I believe, because since Power BI was leading reporting ever since, they really kicked out even SAP customers because they set up. We see that with a lot of clients. That even if they have SAP as a business warehouse, data warehouse, they put Power BI on top since they're also connectors, standard connectors. And now the data warehouse is also shifting, right? Because Microsoft really picked up race there.
There for sure there are still a lot of customers who want to try it with HANA. Yeah, these are strategic big customers. Yeah, you can imagine. But I have. Seen some SAP consultancies, they said at the moment the HANA environment is not really useful for big enterprises.
Yeah,
it's not working really good. They need technical tools. like our tool.
Yeah.
But we cannot generate on HANA at the moment.
Yeah.
It's also a nice idea.
Yeah, it's
Imagine
a nice
this.
idea, yeah.
Imagine
That
this.
would be a big. Yeah.
That would be good.
Because they can't do it themselves.
Yeah.
They have a couple of million for a HANA migration.
Yes. Or if they don't want to do such a thing, they don't want to automate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know why.
Yeah. I
know.
also know why.
Because since we've been partnered with SAP and Microsoft, and what the core difference between both companies is, as a partner company, SAP does the consulting and implementation themselves still, whereas Microsoft is not doing it.
Yeah.
They need the partners, and they kick you out. SAP they want the consulting, they don't want the development, right?
And also the SAP show the consulting partners also how much revenue you can do with the customer using SAP when you do the consulting. And it's if you sell them a software, the consulting is 5 times higher or something. And it's crazy. It's how really much crazy. They make here.
Yeah. Too complicated.
Yeah, with SAP, nobody asks how expensive it is.
Yeah, that's true. But there would be like what a use case that I understand, because you talked about Daimler. We also worked with Daimler. They have back then, and they still have a huge SAP BW. They have everything basically. So they could theoretically then get rid of the BW on SAP or wherever.
Theoretically,
but they didn't.
No. Daimler was an old customer, not with AnalyticsCreator. But we have, for example, Bosch. Bosch is a big one. We know there they drive with AnalyticsCreator the biggest data warehouse with Microsoft.
Crazy.
With 5,000 users.
Oh, that's a lot.
And it's so optimated. It's crazy. I don't know exactly how much data is in there. It's in the controlling area.
A lot.
A lot data, and they use this worldwide.
Crazy.
And I just know, yes, I know something. All the employees of Bosch are in there. There's more than 500,000.
Must be.
Yeah.
Must be. Must be.
Yeah, this is a successful story there. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. And do you then work directly with Microsoft? Like, are you a partner then from Microsoft since you're...
Yes. We are not so interesting for Microsoft because Microsoft always want that we sell the Azure stuff, and we don't do this.
Don't do that,
And we have no customers, and we just want to sell the software. And we have not a SaaS solution. If you have a SaaS solution, then you have the problem. You must take care on all the rules and all the contracts. And partners of us are doing this. They use AnalyticsCreator to drive a SaaS solution. They can do this, but we don't do it. But we'll launch in the next month at the Microsoft Marketplace.
Oh, nice.
Marketplace. We are actually there in the normal one, in the
marketplace.
The marketplace, but there is a Azure Marketplace also. There are 2 different things. The Azure Marketplace, a draft SAP data warehouse.
Nice.
It's a draft version. It's already finalized. In the FE, CO, MM.
Oh, nice.
So but it's a dynamically data warehouse. It's not just a template. It's connected to the source. So it means when you connect this template to the real ERP, to the SAP, then AnalyticsCreator also check new fields, new things there. If you have done changes in SAP, then automatically AnalyticsCreator is saying, oh, there are changes. What do you want to do? What do you want to do there?
And does it also read the custom fields and everything?
The set fields.
The set fields, exactly.
Custom fields, everything. And he offer you a place where to put them. In which dimensions. And every time when you change something in SAP, AnalyticsCreator changes also.
Pretty smart. Pretty smart piece of software. That's very interesting. It's a good it's a good targeting, the good niche. So then basically your customers can be other consultancies, but also end customers.
Yes, consultancies, they use it for consulting.
Yeah, of course.
And also what we do more and more is the managed service.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are maybe smaller consultancies. They want to have their own product. Yeah, and they want to package a product.
They can white label it.
Yeah, well, sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They want to do this. They have, for example, customers in the ESG space. Yeah, we have just a new partner. They have an ESG software, analytics software, and but they have not so much idea about analytics. Yeah, and so they use AnalyticsCreator to pull out all the ESG data and to have the standard reports, which they're for the regulation, and a lot of other analytics. And they sell this additionally as an add-on to their own software.
It's really good.
As a package.
Yeah.
And they have maybe, I don't know, I think they have 100 customers around that. And they sell this to these customers. Yeah.
Makes total sense.
When they want to do a change, they do it one time with AnalyticsCreator and it will deploy it automatically in the Azure cloud to all the customers. And also each customer can have their different sources.
Yeah.
And different adoptions, and those things.
Super flexible. We could have used that in the past because with my former company group, we specialized on Dynamics 365 and BI and analytics. Yeah. What we did then, first we sold the Dynamics implementations and everything, and then we put the packages for BI and analytics for sales, for marketing, for HR, but we built it ourselves. And it was a lot of work. We had the templates for Azure data warehouses and everything, but it was a lot of manual effort. We had the packages, but that would have been useful. It reminds me, do you know Zebra BI? They also have like predefined templates.
I've heard about that, Zebra.
I don't think they do data warehousing.
They have custom controllers or something.
Yeah, they have like what they provide because other clients are using it. They have like predefined Power BI reports for sales, for finance, for controlling. But I think they don't do the data warehousing, and that's where the magic is, right?
This is the gap. What many people are doing. Yeah,
that's the big gap.
They just sell the
reports,
the cubes, the reports. But they have the thing not between,
and that's the complexity.
Yes. You need it because if you want to do advanced analytics and to provide the data for AI, you need to do this. For example, you need what is the most important thing to have a data warehouse is to clean the data and to do historization things.
That's the most important.
It's all of the historization. So when records are changed in the ERP, there's a possibility. It's called change data capture. And the other thing is historization, slowly changing dimensions. When the dimensions are changing, then automatically you get a new record.
Of course, and time slices.
It's automatically done with AnalyticsCreator. You just say this table, and AnalyticsCreator automatically do the slowly changing dimensions. We have also something special. We call it snapshot historization. So you can load the data from the data warehouse without calculating the cube new.
That saves a lot of storage.
It saves a lot of time, and and if you don't do this with slowly changing dimensions, you lose the data. And you cannot go back. It's not possible anymore.
I remember
it's a high risk. It's a high risk for people.
We did all these things back then in SAP and BW manually in the cubes with time slices.
Yes, right.
That was a lot of fun. Historization. It was especially at Daimler because I remember that we had Daimler as a client too with the SAP business, and Jesus Christ, that was a lot of work there.
I think it's. If you want to do this really manually, what we do automatically, it's impossible.
It's too much work.
It's not saving 50%.
It's a lot more.
It's saving much more, but we just always say 50%, and then it's okay. It's
if you exceed it, perfect. I mean 50%.
It's also
it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time and money behind that. Because if you save that there, especially. And it's complex. That's the other thing. It's if the people who work in that field understand how complex a data warehouse can be, right? It's because a lot of people forget. That's what I notice when you come with the analytics stuff. They forget the complexity underneath. And I also think that Microsoft, for example, did a big part with the marketing, because when they came up with Power BI and it slowly became #1 reporting tool, a lot of our clients thought Power BI is a data warehouse. It's not. It's a reporting tool.
Cannot do this.
It needs to come and that was always a big challenge to explain clients the complexity. This is 10%. The reports is 10. It's no problem. You can do it yourself. It's self-service.
All the work is in the data.
90%, 90%, or even more. And that's where the music is actually playing. And clients don't know that. And what Microsoft, in my opinion, did not so good when it comes to the marketing is they published or they marketed Power BI as a self-service reporting tool. And when you have clients, especially big, we can do it ourselves, right? No problem. The Fachbereich, they can do it.
We also always see this. They want to do it themselves. And after 2 years, they say, okay, we need help. We must do the work first and prepare the data first.
Because they're still doing it in Excel at the end, right? Have these crazy tables. That's a big pain point. That's really cool. I would love to see that, actually.
And what I can really recommend is that same what you recommend, to do the packaging. That's absolutely key for the future.
Listen, everybody.
We always tell our consultancies, the partners, hey, let's do a package. Here, there is service. You tell the customer, they get the AnalyticsCreator, the automation tool. You're much more faster. Also, the client's much more faster. Then you do every day the screening of the data warehouse. If everything is loaded, then the support, then every week a new report, for example. And this costs, for example, 5K. Package. That's done.
Way better. Way better. So it's so interesting because we were talking about it a week ago, but as I said, and I'm always saying it, the big switch for the consultancies, away from the time for money, everything billing by the hour, to sell your services, sell your packages, standardize it, package it, right? So everybody who's sitting here, and obviously they have their businesses, they achieved a couple of things. It's a pattern, right? Because I hear that every day. It's not working for me. We are too individual. I have these discussions every single day. It's so funny. But somehow the people who actually have a successful business do it differently. So it's interesting.
It's what everyone wants to have. You want to have one piece, and you can sell it multiple times.
I mean, it's a complete. It's an enhanced business model if you have that. It doesn't mean that you cannot sell your consulting by the hour at all, but if you package it, if you know what you want to deliver in a certain period of time, the client who buys it has way more transparency of what he or she is getting, right? It's like, instead of, I think it's going to take 6 months. We all know it never takes 6 months. It takes 12 months. Everybody's unhappy because you pay more and all that jazz. The sales cycle is super long, especially in SAP or also Microsoft. It's the same story all the time. But
and the nice thing is when you sell a package for a week or a month or something, the consultant needs 50% of the time you sell.
Of course, it's higher profit
or more.
It's just higher profit. It's the same pattern that we always see. Whoever we talk to, and it works at the end for everybody who's listening. It's not like a one-time wonder, and there's a pattern. So I really hope that we reach the people and really shift this mindset, because when I talk with clients, for example, we have B2B clients, German companies in the Microsoft and SAP field. The biggest switch is really the mindset shift. Switch from you sell everything by the hours. I mean, it's obvious already. It's limited. Your scaling capability is limited because if you sell everything by the hour, what's the only variable that you can make more money? Have more people.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, it's pretty difficult to hire 50 new people at once to make 50% more. So there needs to be a different trigger, right? And for the successful businesses that we work with, the shift, the mindset. That's where it started, right? Understand, okay, it works, right? It works. And you sell maybe the smaller packages, then you create bigger packages.
Yeah.
Because, you start small and get bigger. That's also how we did it in the past. And you utilize way more out of your current staff because then you have a higher return on invest for everything.
Yeah, right.
But a lot of people still want to do it in the good old fashioned way.
Yes, we see it also.
Yeah, that's
especially the bigger consultancies.
Yes.
Yeah. They think, with AnalyticsCreator, I sell less hours. Yeah.
Exactly, because the business model is still on the hours.
But you have more clients.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better to have more clients than less clients. Yeah.
And more hours.
And when the customer is that you drive the project so fast, then they give you more.
Big risk.
The same budget.
Yeah.
And they're more happy.
Yeah.
It's just mind shift. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's super interesting to see that all the time.
We had a project a couple of years ago. It's a very big consultancy. It's starting with A and ending with R. And
okay.
And this was really funny. They used our software because they said we are the only software who works as a generator for a data warehouse, and we don't have to. The consulting company don't have to sell components to the end customer. Yeah, because we have no lock-in. We are the only software exists on the market who has no lock-in, so it runs without anything. Just generate the code, you put it in Azure, it's running. And they made a big project on the government side, I think with 10 people, 1.5 years or something. And you can imagine
that's a lot of money.
And they used not 10 people, just calculated with 10 people, they used 3 people. And they were finished in 6-7 months.
My God.
But they could build the 1.5 year because it was.
That's the contract.
That's the contract.
So they made a lot.
A lot money. You can imagine. And they get automatically documentation out of that. Your VCO, the charts, the data lineage, the Word document, automatically documentation.
All in there.
It's all in there. Yeah.
How many hours? How many euros you are saving in these, because these big projects, I mean, you have people sitting there 24/7 just doing the manual documentation. That still is a thing.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely crazy.
And what is also good is when the technology changes, then we just generate the code for the new technology. Because it's independent. It's not connected. It's like everything is described on the metadata level. And from this metadata, we generate the code. And when Microsoft or someone is saying, we have now something new, it looks different, we just change this and the code is new. We don't have to change the design.
That's pretty smart. So has a long lifetime. Value for the client. So as we talked also last week, I know a couple of clients that we work with where I immediately say, those guys need to check, and I need to connect you guys, because we have some guys in the Power BI, some companies, some guys in the SAP HANA reporting and everything. So that could be nice, very interesting. Super interesting. But cycling back a little bit, because now we've talked a lot about today. Is like. What was when you had, like, I'm just thinking, you started your first company with some partners, started the second one, sold it to a Dutch company. Now you have your company, which is still existing, still running. What was like, what do you prefer? Having your own company or doing it with a partner?
It depends what you're doing. So I think, sometimes it works good when you do this alone, when you can do everything alone. But when you need a guy who is perfect in doing this, then you should do it with him together.
Yeah.
It's good to have something very strong in the techniques, which is a shareholder.
Yeah.
Then it's really good when it's a partner of you. When you do this and employ the technic guys, the developer, and they run away, then you have a big problem.
Then you
when
have
you
a big
cannot do it.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And I have seen this, that many new startups, they have a business idea, they do this, and they say, I do the development in India and there, and they have no clue how to do this. They don't know how to describe how the software should run. And this, I think it's a bit dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, you're giving away your brain. Basically, you're giving away your brain.
Yeah, you should not do this.
No, that
you must do this with your own team or with your partner.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, look at the successful, like the really successful guys like Elon Musk or Bill Gates.
Yeah, they have done it by themselves.
They have done it by themselves, right? And they're still doing it. Elon Musk doesn't stop. So that's true. That's true. Yeah, a lot of these days startups popping out everywhere. Have the new idea. But that's a different story. Because I was asking about the partner because I've had companies with partners, the current companies. I'm also running myself, and it's different. In the past, I enjoyed having partners as well.
Yes.
But I also had big fights in my previous companies with my partner.
I had the same.
Yeah, I think everybody
previous,
like a good marriage, right?
Yeah,
At some point, there will be divorce, and it mostly comes with the money. Unfortunately, right? At some point, maybe you have dividing interests, and but I've heard that so many times. At some point, like the good partnership breaks apart, which is very unfortunate at some point. Because maybe it could have went anywhere else. But what? So you had the same? You also had your issues, or?
Yes, it was my second company. I had a partner, and we had different visions about where to go and how to tell the story to the customers. And I could not do this. It was, for my opinion, it was not the right way. And so I said, okay, I want to try it myself with my way.
And was it?
And I was successful, and it worked. And
was it
he's also successful for sure. I don't know it exactly, but I think yes, in his way. But it's.
Was it difficult to split up back then?
Yes.
I bet.
It was difficult. With, I would say some trying with tricks and such things. That's not nice.
So the nasty things. I think it's happening all the time because it's behind curtains.
Then it's about money.
That's what I mean. It's about the money.
Then you forgot that this was a partner.
It's completely gone. I had the same. I had the same. Ambush everything. It's like, was it 50-50 back then?
Yeah, around. We had a third shareholder, but he has nothing really to say. It was just 10% or something. And around this.
If you're more or less equalized, it makes it very difficult, right? Of course, at some point at the beginning, you always think, it's good. Like nobody can do his own thing or something like that. But if you have something, then it's super complicated because if you don't find a solution, company is gonna go.
You must define this really before with a standard contract. Or from a limited, it's not really good. No. There are newer ideas how you can do this. I've seen new contract. The contract we have now is pretty different. And I think it's very good defined when someone want to go.
You should set it up at the beginning, right? Because it gets more complicating the more advanced your business is, right? Because then there's just more value behind, and then it's difficult. At the end, it's also what I'm saying. Also, have your contracts right from day one. Don't save the money on a good lawyer or something like that, because I've seen companies just say, do it later. Later is too late. It's not gonna work.
You must have also the rules when you want to sell the company.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what happened and how is the process and
who's the first? Can he or she buy it first before you go to the market and everything? Yeah, that must be standard. But I've also seen it many times that this is not. Then it's, if one doesn't align, it literally, the company can die, right? Because nothing you can do. Yeah, it's interesting. We all had these stories to tell. Some things you can't tell, but that's.
But now it's many years ago, and then we can talk about that.
Yeah. That's true. And now these days, you enjoy it the way it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. My partner he's very, very good. He's very deep in the tech part, and I do the selling, the marketing with my colleagues, and
that's a good role separation, right?
It's working good.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and when it comes to like your marketing and sales, like how do you get your clients? Is it because we talked about LinkedIn? You using LinkedIn, for example?
We use LinkedIn. We have blogs. We use HubSpot as a marketing engine, and I don't know, we have, I think, 15 different tools for grabbing data from the cloud, from visitors, from our webpage, and starting here and there campaigns. And we have a very good guy sitting in South Africa. He's doing this.
Nice.
And he's very experienced with that. And it's working. Yeah.
It's interesting because that's the first thing that we set up for the clients, have a real lead generation marketing and sales process, and we're utilizing LinkedIn for it, right?
Right.
So that's definitely good to hear for everybody.
LinkedIn is working really good,
Definitely. It's a great platform. I always say, imagine someone would have told you 10, 15 years ago, there's going to be a platform where you can, for free, okay, maybe whatever Sales Navigator costs now, filter all your clients for all criteria, get it for free, you can get in touch with them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You see how it looks, you have everything of him, you can write him,
And what I still hear, it's a lot of work. What the fuck? Like, it's not getting easier. It's not going to get any easier, right? So, 80 euros for Sales Navigator? I'm not sure. The hell, man, but you pay what? Netflix? Good priorities, right? Yes. I mean, it's a great platform. Now it's already, like, LinkedIn is already more regulated when it comes to reaching out to people and everything. A couple of years ago, there was a limit. You could just fire thousands of people every single day. I mean, it's not possible anymore, but still today it works so good.
I think now it's limited until 100 or 150 a day or something.
It's depends, but like the better your profile, the more outreach you can do. But usually it's like 30, 40 per day connection requests that you can send.
We do 100.
With all profiles?
No, with one.
Just one? Because your profile is more advanced.
I don't know. I have a guy who do the lead management. He's specialist doing this. I just heard about that. But the most important is not only the techniques. It's that you have the right target group and the profiling of the people. What do you say to them? The developer. What do you say to the CFO?
Exactly. Exactly. But look, how important is the positioning, the target audience? I mean, these are the buzzwords that unfortunately a lot of people are using, but it's so important because, as you say, am I targeting SMEs? Am I targeting corporates? Am I talking to project managers? Am I talking to CFOs, CEOs?
We do the same,
Completely different interests. You need to, it's a different approach, right? You need to know what problems they have. Otherwise, you can't get in touch with them. It's interesting. and that's and then and you, I think you partially automate that as well with
Right.
some software, right?
Yeah.
And then you get them into sales. HubSpot you're using?
Yeah.
It's the same like us.
Good.
Easy, easy peasy.
Yeah, but I found now a new software. What's the name of that? Odo or something? You know Odo?
No.
Yeah, they do quite the same than HubSpot.
Yeah.
And it costs 20%.
Yeah.
Maybe they do not exactly all the same at the moment, yeah. But it's some things are good there. Yeah.
Yeah, it does the job. Yeah. And then how's the process with you guys? So you have lead generation team brings in the leads, and you have a sales team picking them up.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So the customer book a meeting with us online. Then we have a Teams call.
Yeah.
Then they get videos, documentations, blogs, links, whatever, and a trial version.
Yeah.
They can have a trial version for 30 days. Just go on our webpage, press the button,
Easy.
and can download a 30-day trial version for free.
Yeah.
And everybody can do this.
Yeah.
So a developer can see how it works.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah. Now you're selling now a product, right?
Right.
Is it how much different is it than selling a service?
I would say this a
Yeah.
big difference. Yeah.
What is better?
Well, I cannot say this. I think when the processes are running with the product, then it's much easier to drive the product
Yeah.
or a package.
Yeah, or a package.
It's the same. Yeah.
But-
you just sell services as a package, like a product. Then you don't have all the struggles with customer. Yeah. Oh, this project costs more, and why it costs more. You must show the hour reports and all the bullshit things what you have and the contract things, and if you package back a big, small, whatever, sell it. Yeah.
Not gonna add anything. It's not scripted. It could have been my words. I love it. It's the same, right? It's what I'm also trying to say. If you have a good product, the sales is easier.
Yeah.
Because but to get to a product, that's the difficult part.
Right,
It takes
right.
years, 15, 20 years to have a good product. If you have a service, the selling is super difficult if it's a complicated service. That's why you package it. That's why you standardize it. Then it's like having a physical product or like a digital product because you have a value behind it. It's not just we sell SAP BI consulting. Oh, great. What I get from that as a customer? It's a cost factor, right? It's like, it's going to cost me, 200 euros an hour. I don't want it.
Yeah.
There's no value.
If it's hard to define a product, you can make packages for a week.
Yeah.
Then you make a week project.
Exactly.
Yeah. You say, okay, you get in a week this and that. It's the beginning and the end. Yeah.
Small POC, pre-analysis, workshops. I mean, you can package everything.
Yeah.
We got what we did in the Dynamics business. We sold rapid implementation packages for sales, for marketing, for project operations, for all that kind of the apps. Whatever, 15 days, 20 days, 10 days, depending. It's done. That's a standard implementation to our standards. So the customer already knows what do they get, how long does it take, what's the value behind it, and how much does it cost. Because it's not based on hours. At the beginning, of course, it was like you spend more or less the hours. At the end, 10, 20% of the implementation. So you had a huge higher, and the same then with the BI and analytics. Then we had add-on packages selling, okay, now you have the sales. We kind of need the reporting, right? Okay, well, see, we have a BI analytics, data warehouse on top. Boom, same process. And it worked really good.
It gets a bit more complicated maybe when you have to sell requirements in engineering. Then it's so different to the customer. The customer says, oh, we have complicated processes and this and that. Then you can say, if we have complicated processes, then we multiply 1.5. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's a difficulty is higher.
Yeah.
Then it makes sense to buy 2 packages.
Yeah.
So we need 2 weeks for the requirements and not 1 week.
Yeah.
But it's a package.
Yeah, it's a package.
And the customer know exactly when they are slow. With the answers, or they are not sure about the data and indicators and whatever. Yeah. They have to discuss a lot in the background, and this is what very often take place. And
that complicate that's the complicating stuff. That's but that's, I mean, you want to, if you have a package, you try to take the complexity out, because a lot of things are repeating themselves. Of course, every project has a little bit special requirements, but it's also what we try to teach other businesses. You're working with standard software. First of all, it's all standard, right?
Yeah.
Go with the standards first, and then in the second wave, take the requirements, right? If they want to change, do it in a second wave. First, roll it out, let them work. Mostly the stuff works fine, right? That's why. And then you have the special requirements. You can adapt it.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah. So that's how we did it. I mean, and you make the clients more happy, I believe, more satisfied too. I mean, of course, always different also to industries, but if they know what they're getting, if you start a typical project in a consulting or development, like first the requirements, and 4 weeks, the customer needs to define, they can't define the requirements, and they're not capable. And then you need to estimate, and everybody's basically sitting at the tables and lying, because the estimates will not be right.
Yeah, right.
The client says, we know what we want. He doesn't know. So it's basically like a lying. Everybody agrees, then you sign a contract, and it exceeds in every case. When is a project in time, in budget, and in quality? Very rarely seen it. So it's such a weird process if you think about it. It's like, okay, great. And then 1 month, 1 year, it's not what we wanted. And we spent double. It's like, wow, weird.
Yeah, the problem is always the requirements. And this is why also next reason, because AnalyticsCreator can help really, because they have an idea, the finance team, the controlling team, and you can do very easily the prototyping. It's generating the code in 2 days. And when you say, we want to have changes, then we do the changes 10 minutes and can generate the code new. When you do everything manually, there's no end. There is no end.
There's no end. No. That's it's interesting. What was the like the biggest, like you have a couple of businesses so many years now. What was for you the biggest learning, like when you for you as an entrepreneur? What's like the biggest lessons learned, the biggest learning you took away till today? Tough one, I know. Tough question.
Yeah, I think it's about the employees. Yeah, I think not only about the customer. It's always also about the customer. It's always the human factor in all the discussions. If it's internally with the employees or with the customer, if this do not fit, then you will not have a successful project.
Yeah.
And we have done, after a couple of years, we started to train our people in how to communicate better with the customer. And that the employees see the blind things. And a developer is not, if it's a hardcore developer like a C++, C#, whatever, these guys, it's very complicated to the consulting job. But you must have one who is maybe a manager who can talk very good to the client, who see the problems coming, and who can also do the development work. And we started to with some trainings for all of them, with NLP.
Very interesting.
neuro-linguistic programming. I'm also a trainer, NLP trainer.
Yeah.
And I don't have done it by myself, but I wrote a book, a book for consultancy.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just internal document, maybe 50 pages or something. What everyone should have. Yeah. Which skills they should bring, the soft skills, building the soft skills.
Yeah. Which one are the top 3?
Oh, I don't use it anymore, so let's think about that. It's you must be, if you say something, you must be very safe, that they feel that this guy is saying something what is true, even if it's not true.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
true.
They have trust on you.
Yeah.
They pay for that.
Yeah.
And there are certain parts of your consulting you never know exactly if this is the right way or not. You must get a bit further, and then you have some ways left and right. But if you lose the trust, then it's going worse. And so they should learn how to do this. That the customer has always trust in them.
Stay confident.
Stay confidence. And
even if you're not 100% sure which way to go. Because that happens every day.
It's every day. It's the same. Yeah,
that's true. I agree with that. How about listening to the clients?
Listening, yes.
It's a very underestimated skill. Because I see many consultants talk, never listen. I think if you can listen very well to what your clients are telling you, it's a pretty good skill. Not easy.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so the human factor was one big.
I know now. Let me think. I know something very interesting. We had a word there. Let me think. We said Sattva. Sicherheit trotz völliger Ahnungslosigkeit.
Okay, security despite of not knowing. It makes sense. I mean, how many times I did that?
This makes strong. If you use Sattva, then this makes you stronger.
It's like buzzword bingo. So you're like, you just need to have how many customer presentations in the past I had where I was just, okay, these five keywords I'm gonna use a lot. It always worked, right? That's great. How many? And that's a skill. That's a skill you need to learn. That's true, and it's funny. So the human connection or the human component in the business is one big lesson learned.
I would say yes.
And to the employees. I agree with that. If you don't have a good connection relationship to the clients, difficult to deliver a good project or whatever. That's true.
And if the company is growing, you don't have anymore the connection as a CEO to everyone. You must trust your employees, your consultants.
How difficult was that for you?
I had good one, and also sometimes you have to fire one, and it's happened always. But I think we had really good people, and I had my own recruiting company. I was also shareholder on a recruiting company.
Your recruiting company, so you're your own recruiting company in terms of you could recruit your own teams and everything.
Yes. Because I did not want to pay 10-15%
did the same
annual salary.
We did.
So I found it with a colleague in UK, in London. A recruiting company. And they have done the recruiting for our competitors also. So we know exactly what the competitor is doing.
Very interesting.
And the good guys, we got the good guys.
Surprisingly. Well, that's very.
We know also exactly when the other guy want to go from another company, we know it.
You can get them.
This made us strong.
Very.
I would say.
Very cool. I completely agree, because when we scaled our previous company group to almost 100 people at the end, one of the big success factors was have an internal recruiting. We also built an internal recruiting team up.
Yeah.
Because same story, who wants to pay Michael Page or whatsoever, always whatever, 25,000 euros.
Yeah.
And then they quit.
Yeah.
And you don't get your money back. For 25,000 euros, I can set up a team and have it run. And then we also sourced our own, and that was a game changer. That was a big game changer. You could not an entire external company. That's even better. It's even smarter. That's a.
This was the most, I would say, difficult thing to get good people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I think that determines
it. Now it's getting more worse. I think it's getting more worse. Yeah.
Because. All the
you must start with younger people, much younger people than before. Yeah. And they are, I think, the young people are very motivated, and
they want to get a good career. I think, we started sourcing in the university already. Had lectures, already got that. That's how I started, basically, in the SAP and Microsoft in the university, right? And I think also the best, I would say, like down the line, the best employees, I really got them as a student. I did in previous companies, I had students, and at the end they were managers managing like 40, 50 people. It was nice to see the development they made. Right? And did you have problems when you hired external people in more senior roles? How did that work?
Yes, I had external freelance.
Yeah.
For senior roles. Yeah. I had many external also. So sometimes it worked and sometimes not.
No. If you, for example, try to hire like a head of sales or sales manager from an external company like that.
No, not really.
Why? Why did it never? Because why does that not work?
They are not connected so deeply, I would say. Yeah. They just want to sell. They want to have a big part of the revenue. Yeah. And maybe they can do consulting, how to help you to develop your story or something. But to get out there and sell it, maybe they sell something else. I had not so good experience with that. I tried it once or maybe 2 times, but no.
Especially in sales?
In sales, I had external sales. And it was, I don't know, he was never here and just out there. I did not know what he wanted. I think he had maybe 2 or 3 contracts like mine. And it
wasn't good.
No.
That's the same story. We had people coming from IBM or whatsoever. It's like you kind of think the expectation. They had huge customers.
Telling stories
never worked. Never. And if you build up like a sales rep from the early age, for whatever reason, that works, right? And it must be a culture. Connectivity to your company, because
I would say
they have the skills, right? It's not that you do something better, but the connection is not there, because everybody is saying the same, especially when it comes to sales. Super difficult to hire from outside. Right. Yeah, that is interesting. And what's if you have to give advice to people in that area that want to, in the IT consulting, IT development area, that want to start or scale their business in the same way like you did? What's the advice that you would give those people if they're listening right now? Difficult.
It's everything. So, it's so individual, I would say. Yeah, every startup doing a different business, I would say go in the packages, and that this is one of the thing, and listen very carefully what the market is asking, and prepare your team of all the questions you get, and do all the sales stuff, all the documents, the white papers, everything, that the videos, everything, that everything is totally clear. There you have a story from the first talk to the time when the guy wants to buy. And this is maybe
that's definitely
and everything what I said too. Before.
How about having your own, like being able to generate your own leads, do your own sales, and not depend on third parties?
Yes, this also, of course, So maybe beginning, it's hard to employ people for that. Maybe you don't have the budget for this, but if you have the budget, maybe you should do it by yourself, and maybe you should also, how we do it. We do it also not in Germany. We do it outside Europe because it costs maybe 20% of the costs in Europe, and they do the same work. Okay, these are companies which are totally connected to us. They do nothing else; they work just for us. And this really works good with the half costs or less than the half costs.
Of course, that's why you do nearshoring and outsource. I mean, and they're super, as you said at the beginning, super level, especially in the IT. I would say higher level mostly than in Germany. Also, when it comes to consultants and developers.
Yes. Also, we have all the consultants now from Germany around here, and also the development is still in Germany. We cannot give this outside at the moment. This is not possible. Because this part of software is so special, I would say. We cannot describe this for a team in India or somewhere.
No. It's not possible.
It's not working.
We need to stay in house. Definitely. And what's the next steps? Like, what's the agenda? Any plans now, like for the business or whatever?
I do now this business, and would size a bit bigger, I would say, to find an investor. This is the idea, who help us to get better in the market. So we are not interested to find an investor just only for giving us a loan or giving us money. It should be someone who have complementary software. Maybe a ERP vendor, a big one, or I don't know, someone we can scale better.
So strategic investor.
It's much more better for us.
So next step is then scaling. Scaling the company. That's I mean, that's a huge potential. It's a huge accelerator.
I think also, we tried some things on the US market. But this is very hard. US market is so different.
It's complete different selling. Emotions, a lot of emotions.
And you must spend a lot at Gartner. We are in there at Gartner. That's really good for us. Gartner, G2, and some others. That's really nice.
But they cost a lot.
We told them we don't give them money. Just a bit. They want to have 100K a year or something.
That's very expensive.
Too much.
But the more you pay, the more advertising they do. Sure. They do it very smart.
We are too small for that.
It's a good business model that they have, actually. That's very interesting model.
Very intelligent.
But that's nice. So if anybody is listening and is a strategic investor, obviously, he can contact you. Where can people, the viewers, find you? You're most active on LinkedIn or
LinkedIn or our webpage.
That's
AnalyticsCreator.com.
Pretty easy. Gonna link everything under the video.
Oh, nice.
everybody can click on Peter's LinkedIn on the website and everything, so that you can easily be found. Definitely also going to introduce to a couple of clients afterwards.
Thank you.
Yeah, and maybe you're coming to the mastermind as well.
Yes, I have to. Let's see. I have to change flights. Yeah, at this time I'm in Singapore.
Yeah.
After some business things, and yeah, let's see.
Let's see.
I hope so.
It's today recording. It's a little bit. It's more or less exactly a month. So let's see if it works next month. Peter, was great having you. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks a lot.
As I said, everything will be linked. Everybody can be found, and we'll share it on LinkedIn and everything. So gonna be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah,
Great.
We
should also do this.
Yes.
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 We should do this. We have nothing recorded like this. We have just videos.
Yeah.
But podcasts.
Yeah. You can host it on YouTube.
Yeah.
On Apple, on Spotify. It's cool. Everybody can listen it on their iPhone. I always prefer the YouTube version because you can actually look. But yeah, that's should do it. Okay, but I would say it's 1:45 minutes.
Wow, really?
I told you
I thought it's maybe 1 hour or something.
Yeah, it's 1:45, and they're gonna lock us up here. I know. So Peter, again, thanks for being here. It was really cool talk. We have pretty similar.
I enjoyed it
history.
also.
Could be more. They can even get more technical. But yeah, BI is just a cool area. Yeah. Right. And guys, as I said, if you want to look up Peter, everything will be linked. His company. If you want to get in touch with him, it's absolutely no problem. If anybody wants to know or to learn how to scale their IT business, you know who to hit up. McGibney Mentoring and Coaching will also be linked. And I think next podcast will be, either it's going to be a digital one. See, that's the alarm that we are out of time. It's going to be digital, or at the mastermind, the next one. And I'd say for now, good talk. See you in the next podcast, Peter. Let's go for dinner.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.